No, because she doesn't. until they clear out. Yeah.
Welcome, students, faculty and staff, administrators, parents, families, friends, and community members to the graduation ceremonies for the South Burlington High School class of 2005. I must say, it's impressive standing before this class of seniors. Aren't they fabulous? And to you, seniors, you are wonderful, talented, and creative. You've challenged yourselves and have fulfilled the requirements for graduation, which is no small task. You have each traveled your own path to arrive here today, and you will each develop and begin your own journey after today. But for today we are here together as a community, sharing in this moment. It's really an honor to be here celebrating with you. In fact, I'd like you to consider that every single person in this gymnasium is here for you. We're here to celebrate your success. We're here to share in your excitement, to demonstrate our support, and to cheer you on. We are all here for you. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to come together and to share in this moment with you. You have earned and deserve our respect. You have our continuing support, and we give you grand applause. Thank you.
My name is Patrick Burke. I'm proud to be principal at South Burlington High School. 3 years ago, South Burlington High School began the tradition of the senior class nominating and selecting a student speaker for graduation. This year's speaker is an excellent student, superb vocalist, and acclaimed thespian. Her dramatic performances have ranged from serious roles in Midsummer Night's Dream to the comedic Barbie in this year's Senior Talent Night skit. Ladies and gentlemen, in the class of 2005, I am proud to present your class speaker, Brittany Flynn.
Not a red rose or a satin heart. I give you an onion. It is a moon wrapped in brown paper. It promises light, like the careful undressing of love. Here, it will blind you with tears like a lover. It will make your reflection a wobbling photo of grief. I'm trying to be truthful. Not a cute card or kissogram. I give you an onion. Its fierce kiss will stay on your lips, possessive and faithful as we are, for as long as we are. Lethal, its scent will cling to your fingers, cling to your knife. I welcome you, family, friends, and fellow classmates, with these words from a poem by Carol Ann Duffy, in hopes this day will cling to our hearts and bring tears to our eyes when we remember the past years we have lived together. I don't want to use the word that means no turning back now. I'm done, whether I like it or not. But there it is, looming before me in all of your eager smiles and salty tears. That word, graduation. Ever since I was old enough to go to school, I've dreamed of graduating, of reaching that far-off and unreal day when I would instantly become my own independent person, and the whole world would be right in front of me. But as I stand here now, reality hasn't set in. That feeling of magic and wonder was lost somewhere in my childhood, and all that stands before me now is a sea of blue caps and gowns. Really, I just think it's the fear. The fear of knowing I've been strapped into this illusion my whole life. The illusion that I would never really grow up. But here I am. And now I have to be the one to let go. Soon, when I walk down the halls at college, I won't recognize one face. Soon, I'll be sharing a room with someone other than my big sister, who's probably some psychopath who loves fried green tomatoes a little too much. Soon, there will be no more, "Sorry this is a day late, Professor. I've just been a little behind lately." I'll have to learn to wear shoes in the shower. I'll have to figure out how many cups of coffee can give me enough energy to finish a term paper. And I'll have to learn to share the bathroom with boys. All of my most petrifying dreams are going to pounce on me at once, and I'll have to grow out of this stage of life just when I have finally gotten used to it. Some of you don't share my awkward reality. Some may be going off to travel to mysterious and tropical places where you can tan all day and dance all night. Some may be brave enough to join the army and will be fighting for our country every day. Others may be running off to join the workforce, following your already discovered career aspirations. Wherever life leads you, I hope that you succeed beyond all expectations. And I hope that you're ready for this era to finish, because I'm not. I tell myself, I have been waiting forever for this day, and now that forever is here, I should be ready. Unfortunately for me, I got attached later rather than sooner, and the thought of leaving the class I've grown to love so much behind tears at my heart. I've watched my classmates grow from 4-foot-tall freshmen, brace-faced and terrified, standing before their lockers, fumbling with their combinations, into 6-foot-tall, smooth-talking high school seniors with perfect teeth and perfect hair, carrying their one binder to the one class they actually make the effort to come to school for. Every day, we mature a little more. Every day, we try a little harder, or a little less in some cases. And every day, we get a little closer to the realization this place will soon be a memory. Faces will fade, voices will turn to whispers, and this place that has subtly evolved into our home over the past 4 years will belong to someone new. These cherished memories are meant to fade so that we can put aside the past and look forward to the future. Even so, I pray the relationships I've experienced will always stay with me. The people I care about and who care about me will have a special place with me, even as I move on from here, as we all move on. I don't want to say we're heading into the real world. I want to say we're taking off our safety harnesses and plummeting into a world of the unknown. We're letting go of familiar faces and well-known places to become the grown-ups we always feared we'd be. Look around you, because today is the last day we will all be together as a class. Hold on to this day and our past days together as you walk into your brilliant futures, and remember your class of 2005. Thank you.
As Vice President of the senior class, I have the honor of introducing one of the most magnificent, brilliant, and deserving people for valedictorian. Though he's attended South Burlington High School for just the past 3 years, he has made a great impact on our school. His time here has been very well spent. He is very academic and dedicated to his education, but remained active in the school community. He participated in such extracurricular activities as drama club, various music groups, and a member of the Future Educators of America and the National Honor Society. Despite his activities, his schoolwork never faltered. He excelled so much in school that he approached Mrs. Bushy about his chorus grade because a regular A was bringing down his grade point average. Mrs. Bushy told him that if she saw him work a little harder, then he would get his A+. Sure enough, he earned it. When I asked his friends to tell me a little bit about him, each said these very appropriate words: dedicated, creative, and modest. Also, each emphasized how kind he is. He is a big buddy to a kindergartner and has many other positive attributes, such as being a great cook, and have an extensive knowledge of Latin. Though he's exceptionally intelligent and successful, he never hesitates to help others when they need it. He has never boasted about or become cocky from his many achievements. I agree with Mrs. Grady when she said, Vermont is very fortunate to have him here. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the valedictorian of the class of 2005, Mr. Joseph Wright.
Thank you, Kelsey. After all those compliments, I'm not sure if this cap still fits. Well, as many of you are no doubt aware, our salutatorian this year, Ephraim Beiser, has been both a neighbor and a friend of mine since I moved to South Burlington 3 years ago. I remember another friend asking me one time, what exactly do you do when you go over to Ephraim's house? Do you guys, I don't know, solve math problems for fun or something? Well, suffice it to say, it's not quite that extreme, but anyone who knows me knows how important academics and schoolwork have been to me throughout my high school years and even farther into the past, and it is for that I stand before you today. Under the nurturing, guiding, just amazing teachers that I have had, such as Mr. Maley, Mrs. Voorhees, Mrs. Bushy, the list goes on and on. They've just been incredible people. And in my time here, I feel that I've really learned a tremendous amount, and I've grown and developed as a person. Still, when asked what it is what is the most important lesson that I feel that I've learned here, it really doesn't have to do with schoolwork. I mean, after all, we all know that high school is so much more than just the textbooks and the projects and the tests. When I moved here 3 years ago, coming from a small high school in the great and wonderful, beautiful state of New Jersey, I was transferring from a school that, if you can believe it, was hardly any bigger than this graduating class. It was quite an experience coming from a freshman class of about 80 students transferring to South Burlington in my sophomore year. And then about a week into the school year, I took what at the time seemed to be an enormous risk. They were holding auditions for that year's drama production, which happened to be the musical Fiddler on the Roof. And despite my complete lack of theatrical experience, vocal experience, anything at all, I decided, what the heck, I'll go try it out. So I went to the audition. Suffice it to say, we all know what happened then. It was really just, it's been an incredible experience, just in general. The exposure that I've had to this school's incredible drama and music programs. And all I can really say is, I took a risk right off the bat, and the rewards were just beyond anything that I ever could have imagined. I had so much fun. I got to work with these phenomenally talented individuals, and really, I got to know them as people. I got to make my first friends here in Vermont and South Burlington, and it was just absolutely an incredible experience. We're all here today, and of course, we are, as Brittany said, preparing to go out into the world to let loose the safety harness, so to speak. But it is a world very different than that which our parents or grandparents knew. At times it can seem very hostile and alien, and it really can be somewhat terrifying to have to confront it. But despite that, I think that we're ready. We're really prepared. To echo the sentiments of a certain very wise biology teacher, our generation will have to confront some titanic problems, not certainly limited to our region, but worldwide. But given what we've accomplished thus far, with an excellent education as our common foundation, a little creativity, and of course, a willingness to try something new, perhaps one of the most important lessons that I've learned in my time here, I'm confident that every single one of us will be able to go out into the world and make it just that much better. For me, and again, anyone who knows me is well aware of this, these moments, right here, right now, represent the culmination of my entire high school career. This is a dream that I've had really for the past 4 years of my life that I've been working toward. And it's just absolutely incredible to be up here addressing all of you right now. And certainly as during my time as part of this community, I've watched all of you around me grow and change at the same time that I've been learning so much more about myself as a person. And I guess in conclusion, it is my fervent hope that each and every one of you will embark upon the next phase of your lives with an optimistic outlook, a love of learning, and of course, the courage to always venture into the unknown. And I can't say enough about you as a class, as people, as students, athletes, thespians, singers, on and on. each and every single one of you is just incredible, not only as a student or an athlete or whatever it may be, but as human beings. And I thank you for allowing me to partake in this one small part of your journey through life. Thank you.
The person who I'm about to introduce has never taught me anything. Typically, I would attribute this to the fact that I wasn't paying attention in class, but the sad truth is, I have never had him as a teacher. What I do know, however, from my 4 years on student council and many encounters in the halls of school, is that he is one of the most highly regarded members of our school community, as is proven today by our choice to have him speak for us. The reason that everyone cares so much about our commencement speaker is simple. He is real. He connects with students in a way that very few adults can. As advisor to the student council, he proves his commitment to students and to the school, which he balances with his notorious sense of humor and skill playing medic and capture the flag. I think it is his personality and his humor that tie him so closely to our class. He represents the inner child in all of us. And it is only fitting that he is our commencement speaker, as he attended UVM, where I'd say 90% of the senior class will be next year. So, now that I have kept you in suspense, I guess I will introduce you to Mr. Greg Lewis. Simply put, Greg Lewis is the man. He is a great role model for the young men in our school. He fishes, he plays guitar, he likes the New Jersey Devils, and he built his own house. Pretty manly, if you ask me. As for the ladies, well, let's just say they love him too. Literally. Mr. Lewis is a legend in his own time. From his humble beginnings running the TLC computer lab, to the present day where he checks email, advises student council, and sometimes teaches. And even into the future, as Mr. Lewis takes on the daunting yet surmountable task of teaching Honors American Studies, formerly known to some of us as the hardest class in school. Not to mention the fact that he is slowly but surely replacing Billy Price in Talent Night. But these feats are just par for the course. Mr. Lewis is a great guy, and I couldn't think of a better speaker for our graduation. Well, okay, maybe one other person. Seniors, it's obvious why we chose Mr. Lewis, isn't it? The man has fantastic personal relationships with each of us. He's funny to talk to, and he makes learning fun, or so I'm told. But honestly, we all know the real reason he is up here to speak to us today. It's because his speech won't be boring, and it may contain some useful advice. I don't want to put too much pressure on you, Mr. Lewis, but we are expecting your words to be a life-changing experience. And we know you won't let us down. So, without further ado, I present to you seniors, friends, and family, Mr. Greg Lewis.
Thank you, Kevin. I have heard many graduation speeches before, or rather, I have sat through many while only hearing a few. Most of these speeches began with the speaker completing the following statement. When I first thought about what I was going to say here today, the speaker would then follow up with a funny story or an insightful reflection. However, I will not do this to you. Because when I first sat down to draft this speech, I said to myself, I definitely don't want to start off this speech by telling people what I first thought of when I sat down to write it. Unfortunately, I don't listen to myself often. My favorite all-time graduation speech was Will Ferrell's address to Harvard in 2003. If you haven't heard it, great. It will make my speech seem much funnier. One of the least memorable speeches was at my own high school graduation. Rather than enjoying this speaker, I found myself enduring him. In fact, I don't even remember who spoke, nor what he spoke about. I do remember, though, that he was someone I had never seen before, and he was telling me all of this stuff I needed to know. I also remember he was much, much older than I, and that he kept saying strange phrases over and over. I bet some of you are thinking you know my graduation speaker, but this loud old know-it-all was not Billy Price. My goal is not to be as funny as Farrell, nor as sleepy as what's-his-name at my graduation, but rather, I hope my speech reflects how honored and humbled I am to be standing in front of you, the class of 2005. I am well aware that you did not ask me to stand up here today and tell you what to do, but that's not going to stop me. Here are a few suggestions to take with you in the classroom of life. While I feel like what I am about to tell you is worth hearing, I know you have a lot on your minds right now. So to make sure you remember, take out your notebooks and a pen. What? Nobody brought a notebook? Kevin? Not even? Oh, he's looking for his. Then I guess I'm going to have to narrow this list from 5 suggestions down to 2 so that you can remember them. You can remember 2 things, right? Good. Number 1, persist in your endeavors until you are satisfied. In other words, keep trying until you know you did your best. Number 2, take pride in your accomplishments. In other words, it's okay to brag, just don't do it out loud. 2B, support your friends even when they don't necessarily need it. In other words, don't wait for friends to be sad to let them know that you care. 2C, laugh often. In other words, when you put a hockey ball through the glass door of your wood stove on one of the coldest nights of the year, laughter is the better option, and not just because tears freeze. 2D, thank the people who have made a positive difference in your lives. And if by chance one of those people is Greg Lewis, he prefers to be thanked in large bills. As a class, you have accomplished many commendable feats. You created SB's Barbecue Club. You proved your maturity by earning junior privileges. You helped SLAM get on its feet. You captured 3 state championships in athletics this year alone. You participated in our first Japanese exchange. You kept the lobby clean. No, you didn't. You passed PWA. One of you left a message in the office for a student who doesn't even go here. But his name was pretty funny. It was only a few weeks into your freshman year when we were all changed by the tragedy of 9/11. Think about how far you have come since then. At this point in your lives, the doors are wide open. Go out and explore and get excited about your futures, which are so full of potential. But if you find that the world is a scary place, you can always come running back home, like Carney did. At this major transition in your lives, it is healthy to reflect. So I want you to write one last reaction paper. But I'm not going to collect this one. Ask yourself, what is the best decision I've made in the past 4 years, and why was it the best? Use your answer to guide your future decisions so that the next time you reflect, you'll have an even harder time picking the best decision. Congratulations to each of you.
The National Honor Society consists of students who exhibit exceptional service, leadership, and character, and who maintain a grade point average of at least 3.5. The South Burlington High School class of 2005 has one of the largest National Honor Society memberships with 28 senior members.
As president, I am proud to present the graduating National Honor Society members. I would ask that they please rise and face the audience and that applause be held until all are called. Jason D. Adams, Kelsey M. Bilodeau, Connor Beam, Kendra L. Bolton, Ephraim Zane Beiser, Ann M. Costandi, Blaze C. Cody, Blake W. Cody, Kelly Daly, Michael Davidson, William T. Duff, Emma J. Godding, Janet L. Gillette, Raphael A. Ginsberg, Lindsay Diane Griffiths, Elaine R. Hafter, Stephanie A. Incavo, Amanda Colby Lewis, Matthew James Maley, Heather Milne, Kelsey Lynn Narrow, Anna Schatz, Yufei George Tang, Olivia C. Terraconi, Catherine R. White, Megan H. Wizzle, Heather M. Wong, and Joseph C. Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the National Honor Society members of the class of 2005.
I would like to ask the following graduates to please rise and turn to face the audience. Please hold your applause until all have been recognized for Service and Leadership Awards. Jason D. Adams. Thank you. Ephraim Zane Beiser. Kevin L. Chu. Blaze C. Cody. Blake W. Cody. Douglas J. Franzoni. Lindsay Diane Griffiths. Stephanie A. Uncavo, Caitlin L. Knight, Kelsey Lynn Narrow, Molly E. O'Day, Anna Schatz, Francis Shapiro Munn, Yufei George Tang, Olivia C. Terraconi, and Brock Allen Tucker. Each year, the faculty chooses a number of seniors to receive the Service and Leadership Awards. These young men and women are selected as a result of their commitment to making a positive difference in the lives of others. It is heartwarming and encouraging to see the time and energy these students have devoted to a variety of activities. Their excellent effort has made a noticeable contribution to both the school and community. We thank you.
I would ask Julie Vo, Yufei George Tang, and Francis Shapiro Munn to come forward as we begin presenting departmental awards given annually for excellence in specific academic distinctions. Julie is awarded the Art Department Award, the University of Vermont Scholarship. George Tang is awarded the Charles F. Bond Award and the Physical Science Achievement Award. Francis Shapiro Munn receives the Esther J. Urey Award, the Abigail Rush Memorial Award, and the Other Paper Scholarship. Congratulations. Caitlin Knight, Michael Davidson, and Kyle A. Smith. Please come forward. Caitlin Knight receives the Gary Barber Memorial Award, the Frederick H. Tuttle Memorial Scholarship presented by the South Burlington Educators Association, and the Goss Dodge Scholarship. Michael Davidson receives the John E. McGee Award, a National Merit Corporation Letter of Commendation, the Gary D. Iverson Memorial Scholarship, and the Paul A. Toomey Memorial Scholarship. Kyle A. Smith is awarded the Roger Bedard Award for Outstanding Achievement in Technology Education. Elaine R. Hafter, Samuel J. Cooper Smith, Matthew James Maley, and Heather Milne, please come forward. Elaine R. Hafter is presented with the Social Studies Department Award. Samuel J. Cooper Smith is presented with the Thomas G. Irwin Science Award. Matthew James Maley also receives a Thomas Irwin Science Award, as well as the South Burlington Chamberlain School Parent-Teacher Association Scholarship. Heather Milne receives the Thomas Irwin Science Award. Congratulations. Adriana Catalano, Heather Wong, and Olivia C. Terraconi, please come forward. Adriana receives the Ulrich Lepman Memorial Award. Heather Wong is presented with a Thomas G. Irwin Science Award, and Olivia Terraconi is presented with a Thomas G. Irwin Science Award, the South Burlington High School National Honor Society Scholarship, the South Burlington High School Student Council Scholarship, the Alan B. Cummings Memorial Scholarship, and the Freedom Chrysler Plymouth of South Burlington Scholarship. Congratulations. I would ask that Isaac Levy and Anna Schatz please come forward to receive awards sponsored by the National Merit Corporation. Isaac is being presented with the National Merit Corporation Letter of Commendation, and Anna is awarded the National Merit Corporation Letter of Commendation, as well as the South Burlington High School Key Club Scholarship, the South Burlington High School National Honor Society Scholarship, the Kiwanis Club of Chittenden County Service Award, and the University Mall Scholarship. Congratulations. I would ask Douglas J. Franzoni, Elizabeth Sheriff Pennington, and Julianne Von Turkovich to come forward to receive scholarships sponsored by organizations in the school. Douglas J. Franzoni is presented with the South Burlington High School Key Club Scholarship and the Melissa J. Wells Memorial Scholarship. Elizabeth Sheriff Pennington is presented with the South Burlington High School Key Club Scholarship. Julianne Von Turkovich is presented with the South Burlington High School Key Club Scholarship. Congratulations. Blaze C. Cody, Blake W. Cody, and Kelsey Lynn Narrow, please come forward. Blaze is presented with the South Burlington High School National Honor Society Scholarship, the South Burlington High School Student Council Scholarship, and the University Malls Scholarship. Blake is presented with the South Burlington High School National Honor Society Scholarship, the South Burlington Student Council Scholarship, the Dan Johnson Memorial Scholarship, the Champlain Lanes Scholarship, and the Kiwanis Club of Chittenden County Service Award. Kelsey Lynn Narrow is presented with the South Burlington High School National Honor Society Scholarship, the South Burlington High School Student Council Scholarship, and the Thomas A. Farrell Annual Scholarship. Congratulations. South Burlington High School is very unique in having so many families establish scholarships dedicated to former students, staff, and community members. I would ask that Michael J. Jabor, Brittany K. Flynn, Alex Bernier, and Leonard W. Bewley please come forward to be presented with memorial awards. Alex receives the Mark Ashner Evnen Memorial Scholarship. Mike receives the Don Duell Jr. and Don Duell Sr. Memorial Scholarship. Leonard W. Bewley is presented with the South Burlington High School Parents Association Scholarship in memory of Margaret Wise. And Brittany Flynn receives the John Torpy Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations. Andrew DeMar, Jason D. Adams, and Amy Maxim, please come forward. Andrew receives the South Burlington High School Rotary Club Scholarship in memory of William W. Stone. Jason D. Adams is presented the Thomas F. Breen Sr. Memorial Scholarship, a Pizzagalli Can-Do Scholarship, and the South Burlington Rebel Booster Scholarship. Amy Maxim receives the Thomas Senesac Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations. Many community organizations and businesses have generously recognized our graduating classes with awards and scholarships. Their support has been unflagging and appreciated. Would Raphael A. Ginsberg, Kendra Bolton, and Molly O'Day please come forward? Raphael A. Ginsberg is presented a National Merit Corporation Letter of Commendation, the Frederick H. Tuttle Middle School Parent-Teacher Association Scholarship, and a Pizzagalli Can-Do Scholarship. Kendra Bolton is being presented with the Kiwanis Club of Chittenden County Service Award, and Molly O'Day is being awarded the South Burlington Central School Parent-Teacher Association Scholarship. Congratulations. Timothy Andrew Kynock, Chelsea C. Gill, and Amy R. Walter, please come forward. Timothy, Chelsea, and Amy are all being presented with South Burlington High School Rebel Booster Scholarships. Congratulations. Kelsey M. Bilodeau, Laura Lynn Thompson, and Lauren Gavin Rule. Please come forward. Kelsey is being presented the South Burlington Orchard School Parent-Teacher Association Scholarship. Laura Lynn Thompson receives the Thomas and Mary Curran Memorial Scholarship presented by VSAC. And Lauren Gavin Rule is being presented the Samara Foundation of Vermont Scholarship presented by the Vermont Student Assistance Corporation. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to ask members of the Marcotte family, as well as Kathy Bewley from the South Burlington Educators Association, to come on stage for a special presentation. This is the first year that South Burlington High School will be presenting the Roderick C. Marcotte Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship honors the memory and inspirational contributions of an outstanding South Burlington educator who focused faculty, staff, and administrators on the importance of recognizing and nurturing the individuality and potential of each child. This award, established and supported by the Marcotte family and the South Burlington Educators Association, will be presented annually to the graduating senior who best demonstrates the resilience of the human spirit with character and success in achieving his or her potential in the face of adversity. This year's award recipient is Isaac Cooper Coda. Aliet Ashik Rong, please come forward. John Herbert was the first principal of South Burlington High School. An award has been established in his honor to recognize a student who has overcome obstacles and is graduating. Reaching today has not always been an easy road, either in school or out of it. Yet this student, Aliet Rong, has persisted and successfully reached today. As the winner of the John J. Herbert Award, we congratulate you, Aliet, as you graduate with hope for the future and pride in your accomplishments. From South Sudan to South Burlington, Aliet's journey has been positive, shining example to his classmates. Would Ephraim Zane Beiser please come forward? Ephraim is the recipient of multiple awards. Ephraim Zane Beiser is being presented with the Social Studies Department Award, the National Merit Corporation Letter of Commendation, the Vermont Honor Scholarship presented by the Vermont Student Assistance Corporation, and the Vermont State Legislature. Ephraim is also the salutatorian of the class of 2005. I would now ask Assistant Principal Peter Ross to present Ephraim with his medallion distinguishing his academic distinction. I'm proud to present to you this year's salutatorian, Ephraim Zane Beiser. Would Joseph C. Wright please come forward? Joseph Wright is also the recipient of multiple awards: the Ronald V. Folks Memorial Award, the Thomas G. Irwin Science Award, a National Merit Corporation National Merit Scholarship, National Merit Corporation Certificate of Merit, a University of Vermont Green and Gold Scholarship. I now ask Assistant Principal Peter Ross to present Joseph with his medallion signifying his academic distinction, and I am proud to present to you this year's valedictorian, Joseph C. Wright. Superintendent Chapman, Dr. Durkle, I present to you the class of 2005. As principal of South Burlington High School, I certify they have successfully met the academic requirements of the state of Vermont and the South Burlington School District. They are ready for you to confer diplomas. Jason D. Adams, Kyle Ambusk, Timothy J. Arthur, Nicholas W. Babbitt, Fletcher Hamilton Bach, Sean E. Barone, Shannon M. Berry, Joshua James Baxter, Emily Benton, Alex J. Bernier, Rosita Natalie Bedad, William Billings, Kelsey M. Bilodeau, Kyle S. Blacklock, Brianna L. Blanchard, Connor Beam, Kendra L. Bolton, Arthur W. Bond, Justin D. Bradley, Sarah C. Brakely, Thomas H. Braden, Brittany G. Brickell, Leonard W. Bewley, Ephraim Zane Beiser, Aaron Kane, Matthew P. Canning, Elise Michelle Carlisle, Adriana S. Catalano, Raymond G. Chadwick, Con M. Chow, Nicholas Willard Haley Chaffee, Kevin L. Chu, Christopher J. Claremont, Roger Collins, Ann M. Costandi, Isaac Cooper Coda, Blaze C. Cody, Blake W. Cody, Kevin Corshine, Evan Cummings, Kelly Daly, Caitlin J. Danaher, Michael Davidson, Amber L. Devitt, Andrew DeMar, Summer Densmore, Daniel J. Delorier. Jeff Delorier. Heather A. DeRozier. Greg Deutscher. Regina Doof. Hui Kien Do. Ian W. Donahue. Aaron J. Draper. Jeremy L. Doobie. Justin Dubuque. William T. Duff. Joseph Duffy. Adrienne M. Dunham. Ashley N. Dutra. Louis F. Erickson. Emily Kate Furland. Andrew Fettig. Julian R. Finnegan. Brittany K. Flynn. Ellen Marie Forsell. Joshua M. Franklin. Doug J. Franzoni. Emma J. Godding. Eric C. Gaillard Chase. Chelsea C. Gill. Jeanette L. Gillette. Raphael A. Ginsberg. Elliot Gittleson. Rebecca M. Gorin. Ernest W. Grattan IV. Ryan M. Graziano. Lindsay Diane Griffiths. Tyler A. Griffiths. Abraham Guillen. Faye Guo. Katrina Hager. Elaine R. Hafter. Christy A. Hall. Bradley Harris. Ashley Hart. Melinda M. Hayes. Joshua J. S. Hobbs. Andrew J. Hood. Skylar S. Hunton. Jennifer Hines. Michael P. Ignazuski. Stephanie A. Incavo. Michael J. Jabor. Amanda M. Jacobs. Alina R. Jeswinski. Kevin Francis Kearns. Ryan M. Kehoe. Kristen M. Kenny. Clarissa G. King. Christopher N. Knapp. Caitlin L. Knight. Benjamin Kensel. Samuel J. Coopersmith. Justin M. Cutler. Timothy Andrew Kynock. Jamie Lynn LeCount. Emma C. Lagoy. Taylor F. Lehue. Kelly Lemaster. Ashley L. Lascala. Joseph M. LeClaire. Christopher W. Lee. Geraldina Lendo. Daniel P. Leonard. Jessica L. Leopold. Isaac R. Levy. Amanda Colby Lewis. Sarah London Hinman. Kate B. Lowy. Daniel E. Magistrali. Alexander William McGlaris. Stephen W. McGlaris IV. Matthew James Maley. Justin Maldonado. Michael D. Malinowski. Caitlin A. Martin. Amy Maxim. Daniel R. Maines. Dylan C. McAvania. Christopher M. McClellan. Princeton A. McEwen III. Thomas William McLaughlin. Joel T. McMahon. Stuart T. Miller. Heather Milne. Stephanie A. Morris. Martin James Morrison. Patrick M. Morrissey. Samantha L. Nass. Ashley Nadu. Kelsey Lynn Narrow. Marcy Nash. Molly E. O'Day. Amanda Michelle Outley. Renee L. Pariseau. Allison M. Parker. Caitlin Pelkey. Elizabeth Sheriff Pennington. Stephen Plouffe Jr. William Plouffe Jr. Taylor G. Poro. Skylar A. Provetto. Jack A. Quint. Abraham T. Ramber. Jennifer Ream. Christine A. Reedy. Dmitry Repnikov. Sarah D. Reilly. Chelsea L. Rittner. Amy K. Robar. Jennifer Marie Robitaille. Aliette Ashik Rong. Claire B. Ross. Christopher Ruggier. Lauren Gavin Rule. Ilya Gerald Sadagurski. Amber Salatino. Jesse Sansone. Anna Schatz. Sean Cesara. Francis Shapiro Munn. Davin R. Skorstead. Eliza Slade. Jacqueline A. Smith. Kyle A. Smith. Kaylee A. Snow. Megan E. Sophia. Brittany P. Sanjale. Rachel L. Stats. Katarzyna Shimchenshin. Yufei George Tang. Olivia C. Terraconi. Teresa M. Thaler. Laura Lynn Thompson. John W. Tomchak. Christopher James Trahan. Jonathan S. Tran. Lucas A. Tremblay. Young N. Trung. Brock Allen Tucker. Keyshawn Velu. Samuel M. Viapiano. Samantha M. Viapiano. Julie Vo. Julian A. Von Turkovich. Michelle Marie Walsh. Amy R. Walter. Paul T. Watts. Andrew S. Weiner. Caitlin R. Catherine R. White. Megan H. Wizzle. Heather M. Wong. Joseph C. Wright. Jason Young. Lisa Zhang. With apologies to Samantha Viapiano and Tyler Lehue, I present to you the class of 2005.
Today is the culmination of 4 years of hard work, fun, and great memories. It is also a time when we can look forward to the future and what it holds for us. We have been presented with the challenges that await us, and we must strive to make the future better than today. And it doesn't take much for that to happen. Think about all the small things we can do to make the world a better place. A few little things here or there can go a long way. Think about what we've done already. We gave African children pencils so they can go to school. We raised money so a Somalian family can make it in America. With our help, a school was built in Southeast Asia. Tsunami victims received food and supplies, in part due to our efforts. Through our Homes for Honduras program, the community of El Montezano was blessed with a new playground. By selling the Rebel Against Cancer bracelets that many of us are wearing today, we have raised thousands of dollars to fight cancer. Little acts of kindness can have a huge impact. Giving blood is another one of those small things with a much greater impact. Just by our age, we were the majority of the blood donors at this year's blood drives. Even when we could not vote, we could give blood. By giving only a pint, each of us made a difference for somebody, possibly the difference between life and death. For all you know, the person sitting next to you may have had surgery, which donated blood was needed to keep them alive. Your blood may travel halfway around the world to Iraq or Afghanistan, or it may stay here at home. Two of the most noticeable personalities in our school, Mr. Dom Marabella and Mr. Stan Sankowski, have undergone surgery that required the use of donated blood. As we move on from high school, we must focus our efforts on the rest of the community. We kept our lobby clean by recycling, or so they say. Protecting and maintaining a clean environment benefits everyone. As the seniors, underclassmen sought us out for advice. Everything from what classes should they take to their love lives, we shared our wisdom with them. We leave this gym today considered older and wiser. By sharing with others what we know, we stand only to enrich their lives. This year, a major theme at school is democracy. Within months, all of us will legally be able to use the ballot for our voice. Voting is the most patriotic act we can perform for our country. On that ballot, we can take part in determining the path of our town, our state, our country, and even our world will take in the future. We have to speak our minds and stand up for what we believe in. We have to stay involved and pay attention to what is happening in the world around us. We owe that to the world and to ourselves. All you have to do is care, and you can make a difference. Sometimes all it takes is a smile to brighten someone's day. We are a spirited, loving, and socially conscious class. That will be our legacy. We must carry that spirit, love, and consciousness wherever time may take us. Remember the beauty and power of simplicity. The time we have spent here in this gym evokes in us 4 years of the best time of our lives. Walking across this very stage represents a coming of age. To complete graduation, we must perform the smallest gesture of all. Today, let us take one small step forward on the path of the rest of our lives. Together, let us move our tassels from left to right. Today is our graduation day.